I want to give thanks to God for the spare of my life that I'm here this evening to present yet another wonderful episode of this program called TLC. Yes, it stands for Tender Loving Care. No, just kidding. Tasmin Latoya, still just kidding. It stands for Togetherness, Love, and Care, because I believe it is what we need as a people to move forward. If you are joining me for the first time, I would like to welcome you to this program. And I'm pretty much sure after seeing tonight's presentation, you're going to become a regular viewer of TLC. To all of the regular people who sit at their televisions each and every Saturday just to be entertained and edified in the most positive way, positive and healthy way, I want to thank you guys so much. To all of the VIBs, the very important businesses, my sponsors who support this program and make it possible, I want to thank Modern Optical Services. Thank you so much, Dr. Jose De Silva, for your support. I want to thank the management and staff of the Davis Memorial Hospitals, Damien's Auto Sales and Car Rental, DNA Contracting Services. I want to thank the Guyana Rainforest Herbs. Matter of fact, Herbal Consultant Linda Collins, thank you so much for babysitting this evening for me. All right, tonight in TLC, I have a packed program for you as always. I have your inspirational quote segment because I believe it is important to have a little bit of inspiration in your life from time to time, whether it's reading your Bible, listening to some motivational video, reading inspirational quotes. That's very important. So I have your inspirational quote segment. I also have your health segment, and today's health segment is based on the health benefits of eating apples. And also, I have a very special young man. He ain't old as yet. You old as yet? No. I have a very special young man in the studio with me this evening. I have Mr. Blaze Antonio. This is going to be his second appearance in TLC, and I feel so blessed and highly favored to have him on the set this evening on TLC. Blaze has this new single out, and you know what? I'm not going to tell you what it is, but what I'm going to do, the first person to text me what is the name of Blaze's newest single, it's out for the 52nd Independence Anniversary that we will be celebrating this year. The first person can tell me the name of that song will win yourself a free photo shoot. All right? So I have a whole lot in store for you, but for right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
So, you have finally been allocated a house lot and you're ready to build your dream home. What is the next step? Get your building plan drawn by a professional. Good plan? Bad plan? Submit your finished plan to the Neighborhood Democratic Council or Town Council for building permission, along with other relevant documents. Do not build before you receive permission from the relevant authorities. However, in the interim, you can commence preparatory works for construction such as cleaning of vegetation and drains. A fee is attached to the application for the approval of the plan, which is determined by the local authority. Once permission has been granted, only then should you proceed with construction. At every stage of construction, ensure that you and your contractor adhere to the specifications of the plan. If alterations are necessary, you must resubmit your plan to the NDC for approval of the changes. During construction, do not block drains and roadways with construction materials. It is your duty to become familiar with the building codes, since this will safeguard you against discrepancies.
Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Come level faces. See us for full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Your smile says so much about you. That's why the Davis Memorial Hospital Dental Clinic offers you a wide range of dental services with prices to meet your pocket. We do amalgams, resins, and composite filling, bridges, scaling and root planning, x-rays, whitening and extractions, and a comprehensive oral evaluation, adults and children prophylaxis, and dentures that are exactly your fit, root canal treatment, and oral surgery too. So, come, let us please you. Then go tell your story. Be the envy of your friends with a smile that sparkles. Call us on 223-8311. The Davis Memorial Hospital, serving the nation since 1954. Remember, God heals as we care.
Contracting services and general supplies. Call us for all your contracting needs, whether it's to build your dream home or just to wash your house or building. We do general construction, travel texting, painting, fencing, grill work, fabrication works, and renovation. There is no job too small or big for us. Call us on telephone numbers 614-1333 or 692-1522. Welcome back to TLC, and thank you for staying tuned. Remember, it stands for Togetherness, Love, and Care, because I believe it is what we need as a people to move forward. Once again, I want to say special thanks to all of the people who sit at their televisions each and every Saturday just to look at this program. And if you are a first-time viewer, you can message me and let me know what you think about the show. You can send your observations about the program. Let me know if you enjoy it or not, all right? All right, I have live on set Mr. Blaze Antonio. I allowed the operator to put him on early because I don't want us to run out of time, because he's a bad gaff, man, you know. Welcome to the program, Blaze.
Thank you for having me the second time around.
Uh-huh.
I was a sub guest, is that it?
Yeah, sub guest.
Yeah, but now I'm the main guest. So.
Yeah, the last time you appeared on TLC, it was with Jomo.
That's right.
Now you're all alone by yourself because we have a whole lot to talk about this evening, and
all the rocks coming right at me right now.
All right, Blaze. Before we get into any other segment of the program, tell me, what have you been up to since your last appearance in TLC?
Wow, what can I say? I released 2 singles. One by the name of Guyana, Our Own. It's basically a song that was done in collaboration between myself and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to raise awareness on the Guyana-Venezuela controversy. Yeah. And I also released another single called The Foreigner.
The Foreigner.
Yeah, so that's I'm on the soca part right now because I'm a soca dancehall artist. So considering the fact that there's carnival still happening in Guyana and other Caribbean countries, I'm focusing on soca for now.
Soca for now.
Yeah, and then when August comes, I'm gonna switch it to dancehall.
I like the fact that you already have your singles out for the 52nd Independence Anniversary.
Yes.
Oh, yep. Why? All right, but before we get into that, let's share today's inspirational quote, and let me hear what Blaze has to say about today's inspirational quote. So Dominique, can we go into the inspirational quote, please? Today's inspirational quote. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. By the late Bob Marley. Yes, that's a quote for this evening by the great late Brother Bob. I love me some Brother Bob. It said, Blaze, you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Wow.
I'm smiling because the way I understand it, it's like you never know your true potential until you're placed in a certain situation. That's how I choose to understand the quote. Because for example, we always, there's this thing called self-doubt, whereby we doubt ourselves a lot. No, I can't do that. I can't do that until we're placed in this situation whereby we have no choice but to do it. And it's all about your mindset. So if you think you can do it, you can do it.
Wow, well said, well said. And for me, like I always like to say, you don't become what you want, you know, Blaze.
No.
You become what you believe.
Correct.
You become what you believe, and we might from a childhood growing up, you might say, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, but maybe because of your situation, you know, finance and all of these things, you might think that I could never become that.
Yep.
But you become what you believe.
I could relate to that indeed.
Yeah. So tell me, Blaze, tell me a little bit about your background and how you grew up.
All right, we could start off with the big question that everyone asks, what's my real name? So I was born Marlon Ashford Simon.
Okay.
And I was born in Bartica. I moved from Bartica at the age of 4 to be exact, 4 and change. And I moved to Crane housing scheme on the West Coast. Moved from Crane, and then I went to the best village squatting area.
Okay.
Yeah, so I spent majority of my years in the squatting area. I call it a humble living. Growing up was
was challenging?
Pretty difficult.
So but did you grow up in the middle class, the high class, squatting area?
What comes below the middle class?
Oh yeah, you said squatting area.
Yeah, so
a lot of people might didn't even know.
Nah, I think a lot of people know what it is. But the thing is, I call it this humble lifestyle. You know,
humble lifestyle.
Whenever I come on a show or on camera, I like to be myself, be normal, and give them the raw truth. There's something called the raw truth because sometimes we sugarcoat stuff. But when I grown up, there wasn't much sugar, so I'm just gonna give you the quote. So yeah.
But from looking at you, a lot of people you don't judge people because from looking at Blaze, you know, you're doing all of these ads for clearance, and a lot of people think, hey, this my bar with a gold spoon in his mouth. So I'm happy to know that from
probably
TLC.
A plastic spoon, but probably the plastic spoon. Anyway,
I'm happy to know on TLC they know that, you know, Blaze, he came from a humble beginning, and you weren't born with a gold spoon in your mouth, as it may seem.
No, as it may seem, no. It wasn't. It wasn't like that. What I can share with you is that growing up was tough.
Wow.
I don't like to give much details on it.
Could you please? Just because you're on TLC, could we get a little bit? It
makes me emotional.
That's all right.
To a level whereby, let's just say I'm not ready to be seen like that. But it was
You have feelings, man. That's all right. Just tell us a little bit about where you came from, how you grew up.
All right, growing up in first of all, shout out to my parents. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. Growing up in Best Village squatting area, it was difficult. You know, we had to fetch water from a distance. I'm gonna give you an average, like from Camp Street to the park. That's the distance and where we had to fetch drinking water from. And there was no electricity. I studied for Common Entrance without electricity, and for CXC without electricity as well.
Wow.
I did that with a lamp.
Up until teenager, you lived in the
No, I moved out when I was 21.
Okay.
I'm gonna be 27 this year, so it was like the other day as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
Yeah, it it was difficult, man. You know,
I understand, Blaze. You know, a lot of people look at you. You know, that's the reason why I asked the operator to put you on, because
Yeah.
apart from all of the colorfulness that we
Yeah.
see for Blaze Antonio, I would like to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
Who are you?
There's
you know?
I wasn't given much. I was given the basics, the things you need, not the things you want. My parents provided what we needed.
So you grew up in a home, a nuclear family home.
Yeah, my mom is with my dad, and you know, got my
Okay.
siblings. Everybody is still connected
Okay.
and so forth. I'm grateful for that because there's a lot of children who grew up with single parents who long to have either a father figure or their mothers in their life. But I was blessed with that. So family was something I always had, and I
Wow.
still have. In terms of like happiness, mom tried 1,000%. My father was more of a provider. He was
Wow.
busy being a provider,
Yeah.
and that took away the time of actually being a father.
Wow.
And that's real deep. There's
I
something that
understand.
I've only shared on this program thus far.
Wow.
But we're closer now. We've bonded, and that's amazing.
So you were distant from him for
Very
some
much,
time.
very very much, very much.
But now that you are an adult, you understand why.
I understand. Definitely. I'm not mad at him for what he did because without his efforts, I wouldn't be at the level I am today.
Wow.
So I always give him that respect.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 others. There's an older brother and 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
So it's 2 boys, 2 girls.
Nice.
I'm the second one. So
Okay.
I also had the responsibility of being an older brother to my younger sisters. I'm always like the realist in the family. Like I tell you how it's supposed to be
Yeah.
told. I'm not gonna try to be nice to you and tell you it in a nice way. I'm gonna tell you exactly the way you're supposed to hear it.
Okay.
So my younger sisters and I we weren't that close. They would more like connect to my older brother. But things have changed. Music changes things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Music is life.
Yeah, music is
Bob
life
Marley.
indeed.
So tell me, because of growing up in poverty, you didn't say you grew up
It's
in
cool.
poverty,
No,
but
no, don't hide
can I
it. It's
use
cool.
that
Yeah, you
word?
can use that. You can use that. It's
Because
fine, man.
I surely did. Like,
That's fine
you
with
know,
me.
Blaze didn't want to talk about not having sugar. I used to drink plenty sugar water.
Yeah, I
You
had my days
you
with
know
that.
about cooking shiny rice. Blaze,
Yeah.
you know about that.
I had my days with that. Definitely had my days with
You
that.
know, I mean, now you
Definitely.
can look back at it and you know, you laugh a bit, but it's real.
There are
And-
some days I still actually still actually want my egg and rice and my
Egg
butter
and
and rice.
rice,
Yeah, there's
it's
days that I
alright.
actually still want that. I think it keeps a balance in my life. Those memories are, some persons try to get rid of them. For me, those memories help me to stay humble. It helps me to understand the general public, the everyday man in the street that has a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It helps me to understand his aim, his goals, what he's working for. You understand? It helps me to understand. It helps me to connect on
Yeah.
a one-on-one level more. And I think it's a blessing to be that I grew up in that situation, because I'll be honest with you, if I was privileged
Yeah.
as a child, financially growing up, I probably would be a real loose cannon.
Wow.
Seriously.
Wow. Like you know, like this artist Chronix that I really like. He said, if you don't know hard life, then you ain't know life yet.
Yeah, you
You know,
ain't know
growing
life
up in poverty and, you know, seeing life for what it really is, you tend to have respect for money. You tend to have
Yes,
respect
indeed,
for a lot of things.
indeed.
And for me, Blaze, the only reason why I keep moving forward and I refuse to stop,
Yeah.
because I don't want to go back where I came from.
Definitely not.
What is there?
Definitely.
What is there? And I always do say to myself, yes, for me, I want to work hard to make a foundation for my children.
Correct.
I didn't have a foundation set for me. And that's my goal right now, to make a foundation for my children. But my children have to know the importance
Yeah.
of respecting poor people. You
That's
understand?
something that today's generation, unfortunately, this is the truth. Today's generation doesn't have that that discipline instilled in them. Even if their parents try that, society has such a dominant effect on them that
Mm-hmm.
they don't really value the efforts
so
made
true.
by parents, and it's hard to respect the struggle. Understand? And like I say, for this generation, it's nice for them because they're more comfortable, but it's difficult because, as weird as this may sound, they're not 100% human, as I
Wow.
would say, because they lack empathy,
Wow.
care, that whole emotional connection to things. Like, for example, I would see certain stuff on Facebook, things that you're supposed to take serious, and I see people
Persons
laugh
laughing
at it.
at it.
It's like, seriously? Okay.
Like real.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. All right. At least because of looking at TLC, you know a little bit more about Blaze Antonio. And one of the reasons why I asked you those questions is because of the conversation that we had 2 days ago. You were talking about a lot. You may have a lot of likes on Facebook.
Yeah.
But then in person,
Yeah.
you walking down the road and persons be saying, oh, there's Blaze, but they never come to you and say hi.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people may see you and they judge you from just what they see in the media. So that's why on TLC tonight, I really, really wanted my viewers to know who is Blaze.
Yeah. This is a grand opportunity for me. First off, I thank you for this. I don't have a music video out as yet. I'm in the process of getting my first video done.
Nice.
It's a major investment because I just don't want to have a video. I want to have a video that has quality and meaning, so that persons could connect to it.
For which song? What song are you
The first
talking
video
about?
would be for Guyana Our Own.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Blaze just give you the answer for the question.
Actually, it isn't. Guyana
For
Our
the
Own
textbook
isn't
question.
the latest release.
Oh.
No, so they're not getting the answers yet. But
That's not the latest release
no.
for the independence, 52nd independence.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Well,
that's-
good. That's the
yeah.
question.
So, yeah.
What is the latest release he has out for the Guyana's 52nd independence anniversary? Someone already won it.
So Guyana Our Own. The reason why I'm choosing that song to do a video first, to do a video to first, is because the song has meaning, and the song has a certain level of information that acts as, I would say, data to feed the young minds
Okay.
and enlighten them on things that they're not aware of, honestly. Because if you're to
Interesting.
ask, I don't want to say 10, let's say 5. No, that's a small one. Let's say 50. If you're to ask 50 students from 4 and 5 what's happening between Guyana and Venezuela, I doubt 25 could give you a really good answer.
Okay.
So the song acts as a guide, an information package, so that they could listen to it. I was working alongside the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, asking them that the song be played on all radio stations between the hours of 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And the reason why I
Nice.
choose those at least twice,
Lovely Blaze.
because those hours are the hours when, well, not 9, but between like 6 to 8, the children are still at home, the radios are on, they're listening, and they might not listen the first day or the second day, but after 3 days you hear a song, it tends to become embedded in you.
That's true.
And then you start paying attention to the lyrics, and then you're like, okay, wow, this song is actually teaching me something. So yeah, and then you learn.
I'm going to ask my operator to pull it up later on the program. But I think that was a great effort of you to actually collaborate with the ministry.
Yeah, of
So,
Foreign Affairs.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But what I'm going to do right now, Blaze, before we get a little bit more into the interview, I'm going to ask the operator to please go into today's photo shoot segment. When we come back, we have more in store.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise.
For today's health segment, TLC gives you 7 health benefits of apples. Did you know that it lowers your cholesterol? Did you also know that it may be a prevention of Alzheimer's? Did you know that it reduces the risk of cancer? It also detoxes the liver. Did you know that it keeps your body hydrated? It also boosts your immune system. Did you know that it decreases the risk of diabetes? Well, thanks to TLC, if you did not know, now you do. Today's inspirational quote. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. By the late Bob Marley. Yes, welcome back to TLC and thank you for staying tuned. I'm still here with Mr. Blaze Antonio. Tell me, how did you get that name? Because that's not your correct name.
It's not.
Will you come up with this Blaze like GT, but you got it first before GT and T.
Correct. So, no, GT did that copy.
They copy you. I think you should have some copyrights or something.
Man, I wish, right? I probably should be earning from that. But okay. So I had this name, I had a alias before Blaze Antonio, and it was TMC, which was for total mental catastrophe.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason why I chose that is because I came into the music industry as a hip hop artist. My inspiration came from Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, which are like hip-hop gods, as people would label them as, which I label them as the same thing, basically. Their music was very inspirational. Things they spoke of, I would be able to relate
Real life,
to.
yeah.
Correct. So, because of listening to rap, I discovered I had the gift of freestyle, whereby I could look at you and I could basically rap about whatever it is that you're wearing, the way your face is, how you look, whatever. And we started something called Guyana Freestyle Cypher.
Who we?
Brutal Tracks. Yeah. Ken the Beatmaker, shout out to him. He gave me that idea. That's when Blaze's name started to pop. But the name Blaze came from my last few days in St. Joseph High. When I finished school, I was on the park hanging out, school kids. And these guys were battling on the park. So I stepped in. And I was winning. I'm pretty much confident about my skill level on the freestyle basis. So I was winning. There was this young schoolboy, and he was like, you blaze up the place, boy. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take Blaze. And that was it. That's where
You
Blaze...
blaze up the place,
yeah, and that was it. That's where Blaze came from.
Okay.
And...
Please don't be calling Blaze. He's live on TV.
And Antonio came from my older brother. His name is Ashton Anthony Feetku. And... we usually call him like Tony or Ashton or so forth. So his name is Ashton Anthony, but Anthony, I don't want to say Blaze Anthony. So I had this ex-girlfriend. She lives in the United States, and whenever she come to Guyana, she brought her cousin, and he told me I look like a Mexican. So I said, all right. So Blaze Anthony, no. But in honor of my brother, I said Blaze Antonio, because Antonio is more Mexican. So
I think Blaze should have been a psychotherapist or something because he analyzes everything.
So Antonio comes from Anthony.
Okay.
Because my brother is the one that introduced me to music. I used to dance, actually.
Okay. Oh, that's a part of you. So tell us about that. You can still dance now?
I can move.
You want us to move a TLC?
No, not today.
All right, another time.
But I used to dance, street dancing. Pasa Pasa, as they would call it. Back then it was popular.
So you thought that you would have been a professional dancer, making a career
No,
out
I
of it?
just used to dance for fun.
Dance
I had
for
nothing
fun.
else to do, so I used to dance.
Do you have anything that you regret doing in your life? I mean, growing up, trying to find your identity? Find yourself, who you really are?
Not exposing my musical talent sooner.
How did this whole singing thing come about?
Are we gonna talk about like when I became like really popular for Guyana
No,
to
no,
notice me,
no,
or
no. When
generally?
did you get the, the inspiration to say, well, here, I think I want to become a singer?
Yeah,
From your freestyle and all these things, how did it all start? If you can go back.
from the age of 15.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he got some money. He bought a CD player, and he bought 2 CDs, 2 albums. One from
Wow.
Notorious B.I.G., one from Tupac. I hated hip hop music. Like, I never liked it because they always use these explicits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he would listen to this. He would be on this CD player 24/7. I said, you know what? Let me try to borrow it. I say, go borrow a CD player. He's like, yeah. It took me 2 songs, one from each album, to connect me to the music. That's how powerful it was.
Which 2 songs are they?
Ah.
You don't want to say on
For
TV.
Notorious B.I.G., it was Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song called Juicy. And for Tupac, it was Dear Mama.
Wow.
So yeah, I connected instantly. It propelled me to start listening hip hop music and start searching for artists that produce this kind of lyrical content.
Mm-hmm.
And as time passed, I was like, okay, all right, let me try this. And I realized, like, as they were rapping, I could rap in time with them. And I'm like, I hear the beat. Now let me try to do something off my own. And then, like,
Nice.
automatically, I started saying my own things.
Yeah.
And then me and my brother, we would have this little competition between us. But I realized, like, I'm really good at this.
You winning.
Yeah.
You blazed
Which wasn't that good to him, but yeah.
Okay.
And then as time passed, I got the whole freestyle cipher. I noticed persons start coming. It used to happen on Waterloo Street. Persons start coming at the Guyana freestyle cipher, whereby the ciphers whereby a rhythm plays, and you freestyle.
Okay.
We video it, and it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Simple as that. And it's still on YouTube. So people, you could go check out Guyana freestyle cipher. It's still there.
I'm gonna check it out.
And it's full of explicit content, so please make sure you wear a strain on your ears.
Okay.
But yeah, I realized like I wanted to do this for life.
Yeah.
However,
So when did
there was the big hill. Growing up humble, not having much, having the basic stuff, and taking music as a career to your parents is a no-no.
Yeah.
Especially when you grow up in poverty. So my mom, my dad burned my CD collection when I was like 16. I had probably this much CDs, and this much is a lot because the CD is really thin. And he burned each and every one of them. It really hurt me.
Imagine how much that hurt you.
Yeah,
Did you
I
ever
cried.
you ever expose what you just said on television before?
Never. Mom said, everybody wanted me to get a job, do the regular 9 to 5, because slow money is better than no money. So yeah, I had to make ends meet. I always had the dream. I never gave up on it. Persons would hang out with, in their spare time, I would go to the studio. I invested every cent.
Self-investment.
And there was a disappointment. There are disappointments whereby I went to the studio, record a song, and then I am here and the beat is here, or the beat is here and I'm here, because I hadn't mastered the craft.
Understand.
Correct. So I realized hip hop wasn't going anywhere in Guyana, because we connect to hip hop, but not on a local level. I had a friend. At that time, his name is Isan Benzi. He came up with this thing whereby we call it Creole rap. We call it Creflo, Creolese and flow. So it's like Creolese with a flow, right?
It's a new word.
Yeah. So it's called Creflo. He started doing stuff in that manner. I was like, all right, I could do that too.
Can we hear a piece? With the Creflo?
The Creflo is basically blow. Creflo is blow.
Okay.
Creflo is parliament.
Okay.
Because you can sing it the way you speak.
Okay.
You don't have to change your accent. You don't have to change your
Understand.
tone. It's 100% Guyanese with quality attached to it.
Okay.
So this one day, I got up, bored, had nothing to do, went to the studio. I heard Them Does Horn from Trinidad. But I'm
Oh.
like, yeah. So I'm like, the song is funny, but this guy is speaking about things and we can't relate to it because of the one word horn. We don't horn. We have cheese, horn and cream, horn or whatever here, but we don't have we don't have horn.
Okay.
So I hit up Shizzle from 94.1 Boom FM. I went to school with this guy. I'm cool with this guy. So I like, Shizzle, I got this idea. I want to sing about these Guyanese women giving blow. Remix Them Does Horn. And he's like, yeah, them gal does give blow. I was like, good.
So that was the beginning of the song.
And then
That
I
is
went
the beginning
I
of the
went
song.
to work in digital customer care.
Okay.
And I'm sitting next to my two workmates, and they're like, I'm like, nodding, because I'm always listening to music. You're not supposed to listen to music, but I break the rules. I listen to music.
Okay.
So I'm listening to it. I was like, what is it you listening to? I was like, Them Does Horn, but I want to do this remix called Them Does Give Blue. And he's like, yeah, do it. It's going to be funny. So the weekend, I had the weekend off. I got up, nothing to do, went in the studio. I didn't get the original instrumental for Them Does Horn, but
Okay.
by the time I didn't sing a remix, someone from Trinidad, a female, she replied to the guy on the Bam Bam rhythm, made popular by Chakademus and Pliers.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, all right, you know what? We don't have the original rhythm. We'll use the Bam Bam rhythm. And I sat for a second and them gal does give blow. The only line I had was the palm court line. Honestly.
Okay.
It's like every girl will like go to palm court, and I said that because I couldn't afford to go to palm court at that point in time.
Really? Even though you brought out the song?
No. Before the song, the reason for the first line was because I couldn't afford to go to palm court.
Okay.
So I'm saying every girl will go to palm court just give blow because I couldn't afford to go to palm court. So I was being bitter there for a second, right? And then after that, everything just fell in place. And I went in the booth. Like, all right. And then one after the next, the ideas just come, and I started freestyling on the rhythm. That was it. The rest is history.
Creflo right there.
And then I went on the park. I played it on the park. And this closed vendor was like, the song is stupid. And that's why Guyanese music wouldn't go anywhere, because it's too stupid.
That's what she said to you?
He.
That's what he said to you.
No one ever heard the song. They never knew about the song.
Wow.
I paid the guy with the push cart. I bought 2 Guinness for this guy for him to play my song
Interesting.
on the push cart.
Wow.
Right? And so
Just
he's
to
playing
give it
the
a
song.
test run and see
Yeah, who's gonna vibe to it? So we're on
Ah.
America Street and he's playing the song,
Yes.
and this guy's like, "There's beer stripness. This song's
Oh
stupid bad."
my.
I was like, all right, just give me the flash drive. Collect my flash drive. I sent it to Shizzle. Shizzle called me and he was like, you don't need anything else, you gone clear. Probably his way of saying, yeah, you got to hit now.
Yeah.
And that was it. By the time I went on Facebook, Kerwin Ballers had already posted a status on his Facebook. And they were already playing it on the radio, and persons were commenting on his post because
see?
they heard it.
And
I
if it
didn't
is
or-
that you had worried with that one
Yeah.
man that said to you,
I
your
probably would've
song
kept it to
stupid.
myself.
Wow. So tell me, Blaze, what is the first job you ever had? Your designation. What's the first job? Because I know right now,
My very first job, I was a porter.
you're a porter, then
Yeah.
to
Then I got a job as a forest ranger with a Guyana Forestry Commission.
okay. So this is while you're working at these places, you were working on your music at this, investing in
Yeah.
your music
All the time.
until
All
you
the
got
time.
that one hit.
And then after Guyana Forestry Commission, I went to DDL. I was a laboratory technician. And then
Okay.
from DDL, I went to Food and Drugs Administration with the Ministry of Health. I was a lab technician there too.
Okay.
And then I became a customer care representative at Digicel. And now I'm a musician.
So you're a musician. So right now, your main financial security blanket, it's from being a musician,
Correct.
being the person. So you believe, Blaze, I mean, I think the answer should be yes. This is what you think God intended for you to be on the face of this earth? So you feel blessed? You feel you're at the place where you should be?
At this, oh, well, let me, all right, you asked me if I,
You
let
give
me
these
think a sec.
questions in
You hit me there, you hit me there. All right, so,
Here what? Let's take a quick commercial break.
yeah,
We'll be right back.
let's do that.
So, you have finally been allocated a house lot and you're ready to build your dream home. What is the next step? Get your building plan drawn by a professional. Good plan? Bad plan? Submit your finished plan to the Neighborhood Democratic Council or Town Council for building permission, along with other relevant documents. Do not build before you receive permission from the relevant authorities. However, in the interim, you can commence preparatory works for construction such as cleaning of vegetation and drains. A fee is attached to the application for the approval of the plan, which is determined by the local authority. Once permission has been granted, only then should you proceed with construction. At every stage of construction, ensure that you and your contractor adhere to the specifications of the plan. If alterations are necessary, you must resubmit your plan to the NDC for approval of the changes. During construction, do not block drains and roadways with construction materials. It is your duty to become familiar with the building codes, since this will safeguard you against discrepancies.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Unique Contracting Services and General Supplies. Call us for all your contracting needs, whether it's to build your dream home or just to wash your house or building. We do general construction, trouble texting, painting, fencing, grill work, fabrication works, and renovation. There is no job too small or big for us. Call us on telephone numbers 614-1333 or 692-1522. Yes, welcome back to TLC and thank you for staying tuned. I'm still here with the man you call Mr. Blaze Antonio. And you know the answer for the question I asked earlier. Blaze has this single out for Guyana's 52nd independence anniversary, and it's called Guyana Our Own. I'm going to be having Blaze Antonio back in the studio sometime soon so that we can get a little bit more in depth. Maybe he's going to have a video out by then, you never know. All right, Blaze, I asked you that question before we went into the commercial break. Are you satisfied where you are right now in the music industry?
Pretty much so. Very much satisfied. To be able to live one's dream, make dreams a reality, is a blessing. So first of all, before we just continue with this, I want to take like a few seconds just to shout out Adrian Johnson, my engineer, Redwan Razak, who is in the US, and he's my producer. He makes all my instrumentals, well, most of them. And Quasi Roberts, who's my official DJ, and to all the fans, thank you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. It's all a teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you very much. Now coming back to the question.
Are you satisfied with where you are right
yes,
now?
Yes, I'm very much satisfied because I never thought this day would be here. I would be able to live this day.
Okay.
When I used to do hip hop music, I had this one wish. I just want to be known by my country people. I want Guyana to know me as a musician. I want to be a respected musician in Guyana. Now that's elevated. That goal has been achieved. The entire Guyana may not know me, but I'm pretty much certain they know the music. And once they know the music, that's fine with me. You can always meet me. You can always invite me wherever. I'm cool with that. I'm a cool guy like that. But I have new goals.
Blaze, if I could just touch quickly, you said I want you to share your view on this. Yeah. You said to me 2 days ago that a lot of people may like your pictures on Facebook, but in person they would be like, you'd pass it and you hear people say gossiping or saying like, hey, this is this place. You just hear it. So why do you think that is so? Do you think you portray an image to people that you are really not? They feel like you're untouchable, like can't approach.
No, I think they're scared because all right. So Blow came out. Blow was a hit to the ladies. it was a hit on the ladies.
If I could just say from my perspective, right? Let me look at you not from Tasman's point of view or perspective, through Tasman's eyes. Let me look at you from a normal fan on the road, right? Correct. Like, to me, Blaze, you have this way that people really think that you got born with this big gold spoon in your mouth. So I think that's one of the reasons why
they don't approach
apart
me?
from the Blow song, right? I think persons feel like you're unapproachable.
Yeah, I think they find it difficult to approach me because
they tell themselves that you mightn't talk to them, they won't get, you mightn't, because you're too big. Or
I don't really smile when I walk on the road. It's not that they don't like smiling. Well, for the time you talk to me with teeth out my mouth, but it's just that majority of the times I have my earphones plugged in, which I need to stop because people call me on the road and sometimes I don't hear, and they probably think I'm ignoring them, but I'm not. I'm a guy you could, if you want to tap me when I pass,
tell them what you want them to
If you want to tap me when I pass or pull my shirt, just don't slap me behind my head, but you could. Yes. The thing is this. I make myself available. For example, I have the business number, which is the only cell phone number I have for now, because 2 numbers is difficult to manage. I put my number on Facebook.
Okay.
I give my number out freely. You can call me, you can text me, reply. Slow replies are better than no replies. So sometimes the reply may come in a timely manner. But if you see me on the road and you want to talk to me, it's fine. You can just Blaze, Antonio, however you Blow man, Parliament man, Cousin Bug by wherever. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to open a door for people to approach me. It's easy.
You use the word trying. You said
I'm trying because I can only go. I can only go a certain percentage.
Do you believe you have made it to an extent? Because you say you're trying to make it. Do you believe that you would have made it?
Probably if I be in public a bit more, it would be a bit more easy. But I don't really be in public. I don't have a reason to be in the public's eye, really. I go to the studio.
Really a nice down-to-earth guy.
I go to the studio, I go to the market, and then I go home, and I'm going to live in front of my television unless I'm writing music.
Okay.
People message me on WhatsApp, and they get these same answers all the time. What you up to? I'm writing music. What you up to? I'm in the studio. What you up to? Just going on the road to handle some stuff and come
Maybe
back
you just
home.
put at least fast.
Yeah. So it's, but the thing is this, the life I live will get exciting. I will travel. That's the confidence that has grown in me now.
Has it gotten excited before?
I've seen places that I've never seen before in my own country. I've been to Kokwani.
True music.
Yes. I've been to Lethem 4 times. I love Lethem. Honestly.
You DJ in the studio crazy.
I love Lethem. Through music, I have 3 official bookings to go to the United States.
Lovely.
And that's coming. That
So
hasn't
you're
happened as
living your
yet.
dream. You're truly living your dream, Blaze.
I'm going to be heading to Port Kaituma. I've never been there. I left Bartica at the age of 5. I went back when I was 7. No memory of it. Went back when I was 14. No memory of it.
Okay.
For this year, I probably went to Bartica like 6 or 7 times already.
Lovely.
And all goes well, I'm heading back there on the 25th of May.
Okay.
I haven't seen Kaitro Falls as yet, but that's on the agenda. Barbies. I had no reason to go to
You're touring
Barbies.
Guyana through your
Linden,
music. So you,
Essequibo, Charity and Essequibo. Like, I'm seeing places.
so right now
Yeah.
you have no side job,
No.
just music.
To be honest with you, I don't want to sound rude or like we say in Guyana, biggity, like you're too big. But
Blaze, you gotta explain. Just be you. You gotta
but
explain.
I'm trying to explain so that
Yeah,
persons who probably
that's
don't
all right.
understand the slogans would understand. But I don't see myself doing a 9 to 5. I commend people who do a 9 to 5. Yes, that's great. I support you guys. I respect you guys. But I never saw myself as an individual who can go to work every day for 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock or do a shift job. Yes, sir. No, sir. Sit behind a desk or behind a computer.
I understand.
I just can't do that.
That's
There is
alright.
too much talent in me to be exposed and shared.
But that's your job right there.
And I'm never gonna get a side job. Period. I probably would go into the
I
business
understand.
aspect of things and probably get my own business. But I'm just gonna put this out there for the family members looking at the show right now. Whenever I do get my business, I'm gonna let my family handle it. I'm not gonna handle the business. Period. My business is music.
Okay.
My business is producing music that people can relate to. If you can't relate to it, then you're probably just gonna laugh to it. That's good enough for me. And even if you don't vibe the lyrics, you're gonna vibe the beat. You just need to connect to it somehow.
Great.
And basically that's my job. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I also have this passion of helping people.
Well, I'm happy to know that you are living your dream, Miss Blaze, you know, and you can clearly say, well, here, I don't have to work a 9 to 5, and music, that's a gift that I have. That is what
Yeah.
God has placed in me,
I like how you say it,
within
gift.
me. And yeah, because like only last week I was telling this, the artist that I featured last week, I said Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5 said, before you were born, I knew you. Before I placed you in the womb, God knew you. He
Yeah.
sanctified you, and He ordained you to be a prophet to the nation. So we all have a gift. We all have a gift. You just have to search in us, find it, and
Discovery
mold
can
it,
be
use it to
difficult.
thrive to success.
The thing is, discovery could be difficult, but once you
Yeah.
discover it, it's
And then
easy.
you have to be very careful with the people who you ask for direction along the the
Yeah.
road of life, because some people might tell you, hey, you might want to be a dancer, sing, and they say, hey, you can't sing, you can't do this, you can't do that. But if you believe within,
I heard
nothing
that.
could stop you.
I heard that a lot from the ex-girlfriends.
The ex-girlfriends.
I'm sorry, just have to say that.
All right, Blaze. So tell me, we just have about 5 minutes more.
Yeah.
There's so many other questions that
We can't do
wanna
this in
talk,
an
but
hour.
we already said that we're gonna
We're
go to
gonna- yeah.
where you grew up,
Correct.
and you take the cameras there,
Correct.
and we're gonna see the house in the squatting area
Yeah.
and these kinds of
I don't
stuff,
mind.
and
I don't
keep
mind.
it real, right? TLC is coming your way. All right, Tom Blaze, tell me, is there any final thought you would like to leave with the viewers before you go? Is there anything that you would like them to know about you that they don't? And maybe next time we can have your DJ live.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Kwesi, he's
Yeah,
in
I'd
the
like for him
studio here. He's
to
enjoying
shout out
the
to Kwesi in the
program.
studio. And I can't look at you, but I'm gonna look at the camera.
Yeah, all right, so you want
But
to share your thoughts?
all right. What you don't know about me? What I'd like to share with everyone is that I'm pretty much a normal guy. I still catch the bus. You could come hug me, whether you sweaty as ever. I don't care. You can still hug me. Tap me, call me. You can have access to my number. It's on Facebook. Check me out on YouTube. I'm just a pretty normal guy. Down to earth. live a pretty common life, nothing big and extravagant. Don't ever get too caught up with the hype and stuff you see that I post on Facebook. Of course, with the career that I'm in music, it comes a lot of excitement, but I'm pretty much a normal guy, people. Please, just get to know me. And I'm there was never a person that met me and told me that they don't like the person that they met, but there's a lot of people that say they don't like the person they know. Well, they think they know. So get to really know me. A bit of advice, believe in yourself. I've had this dream since I was 15. I'm going to be 27 this year. Last year, April the 20-something was the day the Blow song was released. I'm in this career on a major level for 1 year only. You understand? So once you believe in yourself, you can achieve it. If there's aspiring musicians out there, open your mind to criticism. Have an open mind, because constructive criticism is necessary for self-development. So open your minds, and you can always reach out to me if you have a song, an idea. Pitch it to me. I give opportunities for persons to record in the studio for free.
Okay.
If you're a first-time artist, I offer that. That's AJ Recording Studio in Metro Mirzak.
Okay.
I offer that opportunity. So reach out to me, guys. I'm just a normal Guyanese dude trying to make it on the music scene, and there's a long way to go, so get to know me.
Well said. Blaze, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here this evening. I want to thank you for sharing your part of your life that, you know, the public doesn't know. And I'm hoping to have you back soon.
I'm a fail, but you know that.
Yeah, but first we're going to go and, you know, take the cameras outdoors a bit. And outdoor a bit, and let's see where you came from. You know, let's make it a little bit
That's gonna
more
be
real.
deep. That's gonna be really
right.
deep.
I'm gonna walk with tissue and say in case you cry. Right.
I'm probably gonna need a towel, but it's all good.
All right, then once again, I want to say hi to Mr. Kwesi, your official DJ.
Yeah, that's
who's
right.
in the studio. I want to say congratulations to the person with the number. Let me just pull up this number. So I lost the number. All right. So I lost the number. We're almost out of time, but I'm gonna call you after the program. Yes, the name of Blaze's single out for the 52nd Independence Anniversary. It's called Guyana, Our Own. Guyana, Our Own. I lost the number. All right. So once again, I want to thank all of my sponsors. I want to thank all of the viewers. And if it is that you have any new or used clothing that you would like to donate to the TLC's donation drive, remember you can come into Safe TV Channel 2 and drop them off, or you can call me on 661-3128. If you have a small business and you're trying to grow, if you have a big business and you would have already grown, you would like to support this program, you can call me on the same number. Add me to WhatsApp as well. Have a blessed rest of your evening. And once again, I'm going to ask my operator to show you the photo shoot for today. Congratulations, Miss Valerie Thompson.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. You, the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move his feet. Move mountains.